I think the culture at GE Johnson is one of our most valuable assets, obviously, but also probably one of the hardest to articulate and describe. Somebody told me one time, well, it's easy to be a contractor, and really kind of dumb down or diminish the role of a contractor. So I always felt compelled, we've got to be more of a business. We've got to bring this A game with us. And as we started to do that, what made us look any different, or what made us different than XYZ company? And it really came down to our values. What are your values? What do you stand for? We want to be a contractor that's employing craftsmen. That is important to us. That is beyond a value. That's our core guiding principle. We want to be an active builder. When I moved into management, I really learned that integrity was actually one of the simpler values to practice. If you had to go home and tell your mom what you did today, how would you tell her that? And would she be proud of you? You work with so many subcontractors repeatedly, and it should be enjoyable. Don't go in there with an agenda, just go and invest in the relationship. Learn about what makes their business successful, learn a little bit about what's going on in their industry. Really just invest in the relationships. Safety has an interesting history, not only at GE Johnson, but in the construction industry. Even when I grew up working as a laborer, and I would walk onto a job with absolutely no construction experience, there was no training, and you just kind of looked out and watched what other crew members were doing. But once we really connected the dots of saying, wait a minute, if we really care about our employees, we need to train them and provide them a safe and work environment. We're very good about honoring collaboration, not so much individual tasks. And that's by design and on purpose, because we want to promote and advance collaboration. Enjoyment means many different things to many different people. We value it, and we encourage you to find something that's enjoyable to you. Same with balance. It's meant to be a professional, personal balance primarily. And balance goes even further because we learned that GE Johnson needs to have a balance of work product. You can't do just office buildings or just resorts. We want to make sure we have that balance across our portfolio to really enable the company to grow, but also to let people's careers grow. One of the best descriptions I enjoy hearing from the outside about all the wonderful things we've built over time is, hey, GE Johnson's, that's a good company. I experienced growing up contractors that would come and go, and they never really did anything lasting in the community, and they built a job and left. And that always kind of bothered me. So I was looking for more of a definition, more of a marker that GE Johnson was here. We have responsibilities to help the community work, whether it's health and human services, a capital project that will become an asset to the community. I just really felt like we needed to be part of that. We benefited from our time here and in other communities, and we ought to acknowledge that and give back. So my hopes, well beyond my life, is that we're still relevant and still promoting that name and the ideals and the values in which we stood for and that made our company successful.